Hi, I'm Mikey. I am one of the senior animal care professionals here at the Naples Zoo.
And I'm Cindy, and I'm one of the giraffe keepers here at the Naples Zoo, and it is time for Ask a Keeper.
So, first question.
All right, Mikey, how do you deal with working in extreme heat conditions?
I think the best way to answer is to just say that you just have to do it. Once you're hot, you're just kind of always hot. So, our whole job's outside. You just kind of start doing the job, and then if it's hot, it's hot. But you definitely get the brunt of that in giraffe land.
Yes, I am constantly either spraying myself down with a hose, or I love to go and eat popsicles, and I love just ice cold water. So yeah, definitely spraying myself with a hose is the best way to work in the hot weather.
Okay, your turn. Let's see. If you weren't a zookeeper, what do you think you'd be doing? Well, that's a good one.
That is a really good question. I think I would still be doing something with animals. So my favorite part of what I do is definitely training animals. So I think I would do something with either dog training or working with some kind of animal doing some kind of training. That's my favorite part of what I do. So
I can see you as a dog trainer.
I would love it.
Yeah. I just like to be outside in general, so I could definitely see myself doing something like park ranger, park services, that kind of stuff, or wildlife biologist. So pretty similar stuff, but I like to be outside, so really anything that keeps me outdoors in the heat.
Yes.
Oh, this is an easy one. What's your favorite animal?
Oh, my favorite animal. I'm sure everyone's just gonna guess this, but I love the giraffe. I work with them all the time, and they are just absolutely amazing.
I can't really be biased because in my position I work with pretty much all the animals. So the political answer is every animal is my favorite animal. But I do naturally really love primates of all kinds. Specifically, lemurs are probably my favorite animals.
All right. How do you become a zookeeper?
Oh man, I would say there isn't a correct path. There's a lot of different ways that you can end up becoming a zookeeper. The most important ones for sure are interning and volunteering. Getting your foot in the door any way that you can is always really helpful. A degree of some kind in an animal related field. We have a lot of different people with a lot of degrees, from biology to ecology. We even have some people with zookeeping degrees. So it kind of just depends on where you want to start off, but definitely volunteering, interning is probably your best bet to get your foot in the door. And I always tell people keep trying, because it's all about timing. You can apply one time and get right in, or you can apply 30 times. It just completely depends on the timing.
That's true. I'm an excellent example of that. So when I first started coming here to the zoo just to do volunteer work, I was also volunteering at like a horse sanctuary. So I was getting animal experience that way, and I was volunteering here for just a little over 2 years, and I applied for, I think, 4 different positions before I finally got in. So I just kept on trying, just kept volunteering, doing all I could to help out everyone and really get my foot in the door and show everyone that I'm a really hard worker. So and then of course having a science degree was also very beneficial.
And an insider tip, saying that you love animals in your resume doesn't help you stand out, because that's the whole job. So everyone loves animals. It's always good to work with them, but always keep trying. That's the best thing. Dedication.
Yes. Tell people you love to pick up poop.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Oh, you've probably got 10 stories for this. What's the silliest thing you've seen an animal do?
Oh my gosh, so many stories.
Just being a giraffe.
Just being a giraffe, yes, they are these very, very silly animals. We have large ball that we give the giraffe, and there was this one day when it was pretty windy out, so the ball was kind of rolling around on its own, and one of our giraffe, he went over to it and just started kicking it around, and he kicked it once, and it got caught in the wind and blew back towards him, and he, of course, jumped and got scared by the ball rolling towards him. And that same day, we have some ibis that fly around, and one of the ibis got caught in the wind and flew into the chest of one of the other giraffe, and it took him probably a good 10 seconds or so to react, but he, of course, says like, oh my gosh, a bird just hit me. So really, really silly animals, but they're so much fun to watch.
Oh man, giraffe. There's so many stories with them. I would say my silliest was probably with our male lion, Masamba. We use a lot of different scent enrichment with the big cats in particular. They really enjoy investigating different smells. And like you might use it for your cat at home, we did get a large amount of catnip to put around the yard for him. And he absolutely loved it. He spent probably an hour to 2 hours just rolling around on the ground, acting like this small little house cat, even though he's this big 400-pound lion. It was pretty funny to see an animal that big and who normally is so majestic and calm, acting like a little kitten rolling around in some catnip.
All right. What dreams do you still want to fulfill in this field? Oh.
Well, there's one that I got close to. I'm still in the works, and that's doing a lot of field work. I've already gotten to do a lot of field work here locally in Florida, which has been really, really fun and really fulfilling. But globally, I think everyone who gets into this field wants to do stuff out in the field, in the wild with the animals they work with. And I was selected to go to Madagascar and do some work out there for about 10 days out in the field with some radiated tortoises and rehabbing those and re-releasing them. But the timing just came right at the beginning of COVID, so that's been put on hold for a little while. But that's probably the thing that I'm really looking forward to most here in the future.
Oh, that'd be so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Field work, of course, but my biggest passion right now is definitely hoof care with all of our hoof stock animals. So I'm going to different workshops, learning how to trim hooves properly and what goes into hoof care, how to grow healthy hooves, things like that. So I hope in the future I will be able to do more with the hands-on with the animals that we have here when it comes to actually doing the trimming of their hooves. Right now I'm really involved in the training part of training the animals to voluntarily participate in hoof care. So I think that is, that's definitely a big passion of mine, is making sure that these animals remain healthy with their healthy hooves. And so that's definitely my passion, is just to become more involved and to be able to do the entire part of hoof work, not just the training, but the actual trimming. So that's definitely my future goal for sure.
Thank you guys so much for your questions. We were happy to answer them. And thank you for supporting the Naples Zoo, and happy Zookeeper Week.
Yes, thank you. Goodbye, everybody.